Mark, 7 points from the last 9. Do you feel that the team's back to its best after that sort of blip in February?
Not really. We played well against Colchester. Didn't play very well against Carlisle. Bad conditions. We didn't play overly well for 55 minutes last week. So we're a little bit inconsistent, but we're putting some results together, which is imperative at the moment. And can't play well all the time, and when you don't play well, it's important you get results as well.
And I suppose the important thing is that the team is capable of finding a way to grind out the results or get a result somehow, isn't it?
Hasn't been our biggest asset this year, but over the recent run, it has been. It's important that we keep that habit, into the run.
Do you feel one or two players have grown from the experience of February? I mean, looking at Reece Brown's form at the moment, he might be an example.
Yeah, he played nearly every game, and he was starting to fatigue. His data showed that, and we gave him a rest against Morecambe, and perhaps that rest now is bearing fruition, and he's getting the benefit of that.
And when someone's in the sort of form he is, presumably that can drag along a few others as well and inspire them too.
It has to. I think if the player next to you is playing well and doing what he's doing, then it raises your standards, and we need a few more.
How do you view Saturday's game against MK Dons? Obviously, they're third in the table, so they're still looking at automatic. Is there more pressure on them, maybe?
No, not really. I think they'll come and have a good go. They've got some really good players, fantastic squad of players. They've got a really experienced manager who knows the league, and he's got to the playoff final in the last 2 years, I believe, at this level. So he knows what it takes, and I'm sure that they'll come here fancying their chances, and with the players they've got, rightly so. But 11v11, we're going to have a right go at it.
And if teams come here looking for the win, I suppose that gives more of an opportunity for a game which might suit Forest Green as well.
Yeah, but obviously we have a problem with the pitch. It's not ideal. Everyone knows we've had to adapt the way we play at home, and but I'm sure MK Dons will come and get after us and try and force mistakes high up the pitch, around our penalty area, and try and catch us like that.
You drew 1-1 at their place back in September. How much was that a result which sort of laid down a marker for the season? Because you were both unbeaten at that stage, and to come out of that honours even, that sort of said kind of what Forest Green were looking at this season.
I think anyone who's at the game would say we played really well that day, and probably deserved to win the game. But we gave a good account of ourselves against a good team. One individual mistake cost us the points. But yeah, it did set a marker down against one of the favourites, and we play well. And if we play as well as we did that day on Saturday, then we'll have a chance.
And I suppose this is a case of wherever you are at the moment, you can only affect what happens in the future. You can't affect what happens in the past, can you? You'd have settled for this if I'd have offered you this back in the start of August, wouldn't you?
I'm sure. Of course, it's we're delighted with where we are, and we want to keep pushing and see where we can finish. And the players now understand what's at stake. There's no time now or to take their foot off the pedal, and no more silly mistakes, individual mistakes that lead to irretrievable situations. We have to be fully on it and focused, and every game we play, but we're happy where we are, but we want more.
And having gone to Colchester and won, for instance, having ensured you got a point against Carlisle, is there a growing confidence that actually you can get the results against the teams in and around you?
That's been the key, Paul. We haven't, up until the Colchester game, I think we'd only beaten Exeter at the top sort of teams. When we won at Carlisle, they weren't in the top 6 or 7. They were halfway down the league, so we needed to make that step. And I think obviously at the time Colchester were well in the playoffs on a good run, and it was a good win, and one that we needed to get some confidence.
Injuries, how's the squad?
Good. It's only Lee Collins not available for Saturday.
Great position to be in. Finally, tomorrow there's a service in memory of Trevor Horsley. Obviously, he was chairman when you were captain down the road at the club first time round. He's been a confidant of yours while you've been manager here. A word or two on Trevor.
Yeah, I spoke last week when he passed away that it was such a sad moment for his family and the football club, because he did great things for the football club, and he got the club here to this level, to this stadium, and dragged them from the bottom of the Southern League up to the National League, and he deserves a lot of credit. And obviously Dale's taken it on to another level, but Trevor deserves so much credit. It's great for me here when I was a player, and a fellow Yorkshireman and Leeds fan, so he'll be sorely missed.